Through just 18 career games, Alijah Vera-Tucker is already proving to be the Jets' best offensive lineman. His tape against the Browns was no exception. His pass pro is much improved, and his run blocking was as dominant as ever. So let's take a look at the All-22 together, and I'll show you why AVT is on the way to becoming a Pro Bowler. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and today we need to take a look at the Alijah Vera-Tucker film. He was so impressive against the Browns, and I can't believe the strides he's taken already in pass protection based on what we saw from him as a rookie. This rep we're going to get started with is the best example you're going to see all day. One-on-one against Myles Garrett in the red zone. Yes, I understand it ends up being a sack, and Max Mitchell kind of gets beaten around the corner, and Flacco should have stood up in the pocket, but this is still a great job from AVT. Vera-Tucker, number 75 at the right guard position. I'll let it play at full speed. He does a phenomenal job traveling, tight hands, and wins that rep comfortably. Look how far Myles Garrett is from the pocket and Joe Flacco at the point of the sack. But breaking down the details of this play, AVT gets out of his stance extremely well, travels, and is in a great position. But as always, the line of scrimmage is won with hand placement and leverage. AVT does a fantastic job getting extremely tight hands, and look what it does to Myles Garrett. It stands him up. Myles Garrett head and shoulders shoot up, he loses the leverage battle, and watch where his hands go. Myles Garrett hands are on the outside of Alijah Vera-Tucker because AVT is dominating the chest, and that means he's dominating the rep. What happens after that? AVT then marches him even further away from Joe Flacco, and it is an utter dominance in this rep. Watching it one more time at full speed, bang, tight inside hands, walk him out of the pocket, that's as good as it gets from AVT. But what he can offer in the passing game is even more than pure pass pro. He's one of the best athletes that is playing the guard position in the NFL today. AVT, number 75, watch him get out in space and block for this screen on Michael Carter. It's the way he settles his feet and hits the target every single time, but look what he does when he arrives. He throws Greg Newsome 5 yards back. Have a look at number 20 just get picked up and thrown 5 yards backwards. Not only that, he then gets to the safety and he drives him back 10 yards as well. A phenomenal rep. Take a look at this at full speed because it is poetry. AVT, out of his stance, throw Greg Newsome, get to the safety and drive him back. That is beautiful. Back to the pass protection, every time the Jets had a big play, you can bet that Alijah Vera-Tucker was dominating his man one-on-one, isolated in the trenches. Here's an example of that on the deep touchdown to Corey Davis late in the game. Just does a fantastic job continuing to re-establish his hands and his feet and allowing Flacco to hit that deep ball off the coverage bust. But AVT, once again, does a great job getting hands inside. Look at number 96 on the left-hand side of your screen. His right hand shoots to the outside. He has nowhere to put it because AVT dominates the chest. Does a fantastic job keeping himself clean. And then as number 96 tries to stack a move, look at the way AVT gets his feet back underneath him, works his hands back inside, and then just works him around the corner. That's, again, dominance. These reps aren't just wins. They are completely destroying your opposition and keeping Joe Flacco clean. That's perfect protection on the interior. Just another example, AVT on the right-hand side of your screen, going up against number 96 again. This is an example of hand strength and grip strength and the ability to clamp. And look at the torque in his hips, the ability to stay attached and to ride this block. Look at the flexibility through his core and through his hips. Does an awesome job with the hand strength and allows him to hit, this time Alijah Moore on the left-hand side. But AVT, once again, does a great job getting to his spot, tight hands, and then look at the strength of the grip to stay engaged in this, work his feet through the block. It's just perfect every single time. And we'll finish with one more look. We're going to see AVT this time going up against a two-tech, and once again, hands go inside. Look at the hand of the defensive lineman shooting to the outside of AVT because he can't win to the inside. AVT gets a little bit of help from Michael Carter. But again, look how long he's sustaining these blocks for. Grip strength, the ability to stonewall, to be really stout at the point of attack, to not allow any interior pressure. AVT was just phenomenal against Cleveland. But while I've focused on the pass pro in this particular short review, we cannot forget about what AVT does in the running game. The Jets are averaging about 5.2 yards a pop this year with running back carries. They're just not getting a chance to do it enough. Look what Alijah Vera-Tucker can do when given the opportunity. This is a great example of a gap run from the Jets, something they don't do a ton of, but he's so physical and he opens this lane. Alijah Vera-Tucker, you can see him on the right hand side of your screen. They do this little combination block where they're both trying to seal their men. Look at the ability to be powerful and to create movement at the point of attack. AVT gets his interior lineman, the guy who's lined up as the zero tech, and he moves him 3 or 4 yards, throws him out of the way, and opens up an enormous lane for Breece Hall. Breece does a good job bouncing it to the outside. You love to see that decisiveness and the ability to make people miss. But this is started by Alijah Vera-Tucker, his ability to create space, to move people, and to be a mauler in the run game. So that's why I've been gushing about AVT against the Cleveland Browns. His pass protection is coming along so nicely. There's still examples of the dominant run play. I can't wait to see how he plays for the rest of his sophomore season.